my turning point, or my experience that I had that really got me involved to pursue a full-time ministry was a couple of us went out to the Dream Center in LA. It's this huge, like 500,000 square foot hospital that they've converted, and they run something like 200 different ministries out of this one central location in the heart of LA. One of their missions was they have a fleet of buses. There's probably, I don't know, 15 to 20 buses that they send out every Wednesday night. Just, they spread out like fingers, you know, all throughout LA. I'm on one of these buses, and we pull up in front of this apartment complex, and I mean, it's like Compton, like there's people literally living in boxes outside. I mean, homeless people everywhere. And all these kids, I mean, from 2 years old up to 14 years old, just come out and got onto the bus. This little girl, she couldn't have been more than 2 or 3, came up and just sat next to me. We were just like best buds. She just sat next to me. We went to church, and she was so young, I was concerned about her. And so I kind of stayed by her side, and she stayed by my side all night, and we went to church, and then we had some snacks, and then it was probably 9:30 at night. We're getting back onto the bus, and she's just sitting next to me, and it's probably a 20-minute drive to wherever we were going. And she just like falls asleep on my shoulder. We get to in front of our apartment complex, and all the kids start getting up, and I'm trying to wake her up. You know, I nudge her, Lewis, hey, honey, you know, this is your stop. You got to get up. Well, she wakes up, she comes around, and she just looks up at me and just starts crying, and she just like latched on to my arm. And it was in that moment that I just felt this huge flooding of God's love and God's Spirit that just poured over me, and shared with me that love that he had for this little girl. You know, that just had this huge impression that I have a responsibility, or I have a mission, or I have a calling to go and to help people like this out. You know, so many people have not heard, or don't have the opportunity, or need help, or just need love, or, you know, there's so many things, and I felt a strong need at that point in my life. And from there, kind of built on that, and started going to COR over in Leawood. And went out there for years, met my wife, got married, had a couple kids. And so some friends said, hey, we go to Woods Chapel, you know, why don't you come over to Woods Chapel? They got great kids programs and everything. So we come over here a couple times, really liked it. That was about 3.5 years ago. And so I did that, and slowly kind of got involved again in church, and the passion started growing within me again. You know, that huge need or actually void in my life that I feel like I should be doing something else or something more. So about a year ago, said, hey Jeff, I want to talk about something. You know, I feel like there's more I should be doing. And we just started looking at stuff and exploring stuff, talking about it. Before I know it, he's asking me to preach in our new worship center. And so if you'd have told me 2 years ago that I was considering, you know, seminary and being a pastor at some point, I would have told you you're crazy, because I've always been involved, but never at that level. You know, it's always been at a level of volunteering, you know, and helping out, organizing stuff, singing, you know, all these other things. So that terrifies me a little bit. I'm just going to be honest about that. But I feel like that's the direction that I need to be going. Don't let self-doubt come in and consume you. My situation, my background is not, you know, in the ministry. This will be a second career for me. I'm very comfortable with what I do. I've been very good at what I do. You know, I have a definite comfort level there, and I have a huge support team and support structure with my friends and family and my pastors that encourage me and kind of keep me going. So I always say, keep those people close to you, because if they're anything like me, if they, you know, if that's going through their mind, if they are concerned about, for me, this is a whole new realm, you know. And what I do now, I can measure success, you know, in black and white, you know, and on a profit and loss statement, you know, whether we're being successful or not. In ministry, it's not so black and white. You know, ministry is loving people, and that's a whole different area of you know, who you are and what you do, and how you implement that into everyday life. And so I would say, for people that are considering this, or people that are unsure about if this is the right road for them, if you know in your heart, I mean, if that passion is there, if you feel it, don't let semantics get in the way. There's always a way to figure those things out. There's always a way to get through hardships or self-doubt or financial situations. There's always a way to get through that. Just keep your eye on the goal, and whatever that goal is for you, whether it's ordained ministry or licensed pastor, whatever that is, don't lose focus of that, and keep your friends and your support group close.